The United States has removed 4 Indian companies from its sanctions list, after previously accusing them of supplying dual-use technology and equipment to Russia's military-industrial base. Bangalore-based Merlinhawk Aerospace, in partnership with Italy's Vega Composites, has inaugurated Merlinhawk Composites and Engineering Private Limited in the Tamil Nadu Defence Industrial Corridor, that will manufacture high-performance materials for next-generation aircraft, unmanned systems, radar and electronic warfare systems. Tejas Defense has signed an agreement with US-based Tandem Defense to locally manufacture Guardian 1 interceptors in India that has a speed of 340 km per hour and maximum range of 15 km. IIT Delhi has demonstrated a low-cost indigenous tactical Aerostat developed with DRDO that can carry surveillance and communication payloads at altitudes of up to 20 km. India has issued an OTAM warning for an Indian Air Force exercise near the southern sector of its border with Pakistan from 7th July to 10th July, signaling heightened aerial operations in the region. DRDO's Defense Research and Development Laboratory Hyderabad is preparing to establish a Trisonic wind tunnel that will support hypersonic and next-generation aircraft programs. The Defense Acquisition Council will hold a meeting tomorrow to consider acceptance of necessity for indigenous defense procurements worth over 1 lakh crore rupees. That includes 300 K9 Vajra howitzers, loitering munitions, very short-range air defense systems, tank active protection systems and future-ready combat vehicles. Military experts have argued that a potential Brahmos deal with Saudi Arabia should not be approved, given Saudi Arabia's close defense alignment with Pakistan. Brahmos missile export sale to a country tied closely with Pakistan will create long-term security risks, including indirect exposure of operational knowledge and training practices, making a Saudi Brahmos deal highly questionable. Pune-based defense startup N3X Defense has unveiled a new truck-mounted launcher concept for its autonomous aerial system, carrying 5 canisterized loitering munitions in an elevated hydraulic launcher, enabling rapid deployment, salvo launches, and multi-mission operations from dispersed battlefield locations with improved survivability through shoot-and-scoot tactics. The Tejas Mark 1A aircraft is set to begin trials of a twin-configuration ASRAAM launcher that allows a single wing station to carry 2 ASRAAM missiles, increasing the fighter's within-visual range missile load without adding extra hardpoints. This provides greater tactical flexibility by freeing other pylons for long-range missiles, precision-guided munitions, electronic warfare pods or external fuel tanks. The Indian Air Force is planning to arm Tejas Mark 1A and Tejas Mark 2 fighters with indigenous 300 km range air-launched loitering munitions for deep strikes on enemy air defenses, radars and command centers. In the next phase, the Air Force will deploy fighter-launched collaborative combat aircraft with 600 km range, capable of carrying Astra air-to-air missiles, receiving targeting data from AWACS and networked assets, escorting manned fighters and conducting deep offensive missions. Malaysian defense portal Defense Security Asia has reported that Russia's proposal to supply and co-produce the Su-57E stealth fighter for India has reached a strategically significant stage. The offer includes rapid delivery of 36 to 60 ready-to-fly Su-57E fighters, followed by licensed production and localization through HAL's Nashik facility, and the package includes access to radar source codes, electronic warfare architecture, mission software frameworks and weapons integration interfaces, along with the joint development of a customized India-specific twin-seat Su-57 variant for manned-unmanned teaming. Today's top 3 comments.